So we're going to talk about points of sail. So if you face the boat straight into the wind, what's going to happen?
Not gonna move.
Okay. Any other ideas? What's going to happen if you sail?
It's supposed to die, was it like?
Relax.
And why is that?
It's going straight into the wind, so it's fighting it.
Okay.
It's not getting any air in it.
So where does the nose of the boat have to be facing? For instance, if the wind's coming from here, where do I want my nose to my boat to be facing so that it's open? Yeah?
An angle?
On an angle to the wind? That's right, yeah.
You can go sideways.
You can go sideways.
Away from the wind?
Yep. So that's the idea. The nose of the boat can be facing, as long as it's not facing straight into the wind, it can be facing a whole bunch of different angles to the wind, and that will allow your boat to move. So if my boat's facing like this, so it's facing almost into the wind, and then I move it like that, how do I have to change the trim of my sails? Like, do I have to pull them in, let them out, if I want the boat to keep moving?
Depends on which way you're going.
Depends on which way you're going? Okay. If I started out like this, and then I move like that, what do I have to do with my sail?
Like them out?
Yeah! Perfect. So why is that?
So that you'll get more wind in your sail.
Right, so that will give you the maximum power that you need if you have to let out your sails appropriately. So that's what we call points of sail. So we use points of sail to help us understand how we need to trim our sails in relationship to the wind. So, like we started out with when we were talking, when we're facing in, so if the wind's coming from here, and if we're facing in iron, so the boat is straight into the wind, it's called iron, and our sails are going to be lopping, so they're going to be shaking like this. Right? So this is what something that we use and call the control position. So it means that your boat's not going to be moving, and you don't really have a whole lot of control over what's going on. So,
Is that kind of like neutral?
kind of like neutral, yeah. Okay, so then if we're talking about neutral, the opposite of neutral is probably going to be close haul. So when we go close haul, we're as close to the wind as we can possibly be in order for our boat to move. So that means that we have to trim in our sails as much as possible. So they're probably going to look something like that. So that's going to give us the shortest amount of distance that we have to travel. Usually a pretty good speed. Then the next would be a close reach. So like Katie said before, when we're moving from here to here, we have to let out our sails a little bit. So now they're going to be a little bit easier.
You let them out so they're not as tight.
Yeah.
Like the rope is longer.
Like, so you're releasing your main sheet is what you're doing. So like in a close haul, they look like this. But then when you go to a close reach, it's going to look more like this. Okay? A little bit more here. So then when we do a beam reach, which is one of the fastest types of sail, we have our sails about 3/4, like we have our main sheet about 3/4 of the way left side out, so just like this. Beam reach, like sometimes we'll do a beam reach course, so that's the way to make this up really fast. And if you're doing a triangle course, you usually have 2 beam reaches on it. Broad reach is often pretty close to your length. Your sails are pretty loose out, but the important thing is that they're both on the same side when we're doing a broad reach. And then finally, I'm sure you've all done this before, you have a rush. So that's when you face it, the wind's coming from the back, and you flip your sail. You have one sail facing on the back, and the other goes the other way. So you get the most on it. Okay.
So which is the fastest way to go? You want to go the fastest before you move.
Okay. So if I have an upwind downwind course, so I have one mark here and one mark there, and I'm heading downwind, what point of sail am I going to do?
Right.
Right. So what am So can you show me on the board where the sales look like? Perfect. Okay. Thank you. Somebody else. And I have the same thing. I'm still an up and down one. So there's a mark here and a mark here. And I want to take the shortest possible distance at this speed. What point of sale am I going to be on? No. Shortest possible distance is a close call. Not fast. Oh, it's pretty fast. Fast, but it's shortening your distance.
I don't know what you mean by shortening your distance.
Okay.
So like so I thought you were saying you're going from like the top down.
No, I'm going, if I have an up and down course, and I'm heading upwind,
Oh, you're going upward.
I'm going to close
So
call.
you're gonna close haul, and are you gonna go like side to side like that, like
Yeah, you're going to tack.
tacking?
So like, okay, if you have, this is your up and down course. If you're doing a beam reach, you're going to be going across like that, 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 and then you go around your mark, right? So that's you want to beam reach. But if you're going to be going on a close haul, so that's
What you do is you want to go the shortest distance.
right, because if it's really windy, you want to go on a beam reach because this is going to happen really quickly. But if it's really not very windy, you don't have a lot of, you want to minimize the distance because your speed is less important. So a close haul, like if you think about it, this is the close haul, and this is the beam reach, right? Yeah. So if I do a close haul first, it'll look more like, so that, if I were to add these up, this would be a shorter distance than this.
It's not very fast. It's going to get on time.
Depends on the wind. But yeah, I'm just. Okay? Now you're gonna play games. And everyone's gonna stand in a circle. So everybody get up, stand in a circle.
Hey, I like games.
And I'm going to be the wind. So stand in a circle around me. And I'm gonna close my eyes and spin in a circle. And whichever way I'm pointing is gonna be the direction of the wind. So I'm gonna give everybody a second. To figure out what their point of sale is, but then I'm going to say someone's name, and they have to tell me what it is. And if you get it wrong, you have to keep going. Okay? So here we go. That was something easy. Okay. So Kate. Katie, what point of sale are you? 1,000. No. Okay. Sit down. Is anybody else? The wind is coming from here. Oh, sorry, Katie.
That's alright. I either close beach or close home.
That's right. Okay. Well, it's gonna spin again.
No matter what, the boat is facing that way.
No matter what, the boat is facing this way. So, I'm the wind and I'm here. Mark, what point of sale are you?
I think close.
That's your eye. You're facing straight into the wind. See?
Oh, okay.
Right? Okay. So, sit down. One more time. Last one to determine our winner. Okay. So if I'm facing here, what point of sale is Heather?
I am cold call.
Right. And Phil, what point of sale are you?
And is the iron.
Yay!
Is that iron?
You both win. Yay! So we're done.